Okay, let's see if that one works. I went live a minute ago, but Facebook kicked me off. Said I didn't have a good connection. So we'll see what this attempt results in. I'm not seeing any numbers yet. Might be having some troubles this morning. Oh, there's some numbers. It's working. Okay, now we're looking for a name. Who's the first name going to appear on the screen this morning? Welcome you. This is Thursday morning. Hey, Dana, good morning. Thursday morning, February 25th. Sally Crocker, good morning to you. Welcome, everybody. Deanne Fine, good to see you this morning. Carmen Lego. Karen Lowe, good morning. Welcome, everyone. Mike and Kim Johnson, welcome to you. We are in Psalm 25 this morning. Good morning, everybody. Jeremy and Wendy, good morning. Welcome. Psalm 25 is where we're at if you're just coming on. And I wanted to take a moment and acknowledge people who, yesterday I said, hey, if you watch this later in the day, which most people do watch it later in the day, comment. So we just know you're there and it's helpful and everybody could see your name. And Barbara Richardson, good morning. So I just want to acknowledge the people who appeared to watch this later that did comment. And that the first one that I saw was Janice Favre. So thank you, Janice, for commenting. Janice, the timestamp on yours could have been that you came in on the tail end of the actual live stream. But so if I missed that, I just want to acknowledge you. Debbie King, good morning. Jackie Mosier watches later in the day. Jake Faust said good morning. My Aunt Peggy, who says she watches this regularly, and appreciate you, Aunt Peggy. Welcome. Sheila Hooper, and then Sierra Para, and Jake and Maverick. You guys watch this on the way to school in the morning. So I appreciate everybody who watches this later in the day, and it's good to hear your comments, or read your comments rather. And so welcome today. So this morning I just wanted to acknowledge that when I woke up this morning, I woke up from a dream that had no base in reality. It wasn't anything that I could see a connection with real life, or anything like that. But the state I woke up in was anxious. I had just some residual anxiety in me, which, I feel it right about here in mid-chest. It's kind of a warm, burning sensation. So maybe you relate to that. Anyway, so I needed to deal with that, and the reason I'm bringing it up is because it's not an uncommon feeling. There's lots in life that is weighty, and decisions that might be made, or relationships that aren't the way you'd prefer, or trouble on the horizon or not even trouble, but something important on the horizon that is occupying your mind and your heart, and you acknowledge that I don't have a lot of control over that, I can't change that immediately, or there's the unknown, and all of these factors can produce anxiety. And if we let anxiety run its course, then our brain starts spinning all of the scenarios that could go wrong, and however that looks. And I'm not immune to that. That happens to me. There are some times when I'm anticipating larger social gatherings, I struggle with anxiety, and I have to kind of work my way through that. And so this morning is just the process. I'm just going to talk through the process I had of just relieving this anxious feeling in me when I woke up this morning. And I turned to the first psalm of the morning for February 25th, which is Psalm 25. And I just planted myself here. It was the perfect words to meditate on. And so we talked yesterday about praying through the Psalms, or no, was that Tuesday? It was Tuesday. Praying through the Psalms, and I used Psalm 23 as an example. And that's exactly what I did with Psalm 25. I just meditated on the words of the Psalm and just lifted those up to the Lord and allowed God's presence to minister to my soul. And I could honestly have stayed in that space for another hour. It was so life-giving and so good. And I just want to read some of the verses from that psalm and comment on them, because this is just an important tool to managing worry, managing anxiety, managing situations in your life that are troubling. And so here's Psalm 25. First phrase, "To you, O Lord, I lift up my soul." As I meditated on that phrase, what is the alternative? You could turn to other places, turn your soul over to other things, to try to help you feel better. And there are good, healthy things to help with that. You could process with someone you trust. But sometimes they're just, that isn't practical, or the people aren't available to do that. So we can sometimes turn to unhealthy things to manage our anxiety or our trouble or so on, to things that are numbing. We self-medicate with things. And I'm not talking about prescriptions where, a doctor might prescribe an anti-anxiety, whatever. If that's something you really deal with on a deeper level, that's okay. I mean, that kind of thing is good and helpful. I'm talking about unhealthy ways of self-medicating. And here the psalmist, and this is where I started this morning and just thanked him for this, is that the first place, the most healthy first and ready available place we can lift our soul to help us deal with these feelings is the Lord. "To you, O Lord, I lift up my soul." I loved that assurance. God's always there. He is ever present. And so I can lift up my soul to him all day long. It's the right place to start. "Oh my God, in you I trust." So I'm saying, God, there is some risk in my life right now. I'm feeling anxious about something that I can't have control over, or that I don't have, that it's not quite the way I'd prefer it. And so, God, I'm going to trust you. My life is in your hands. The people whom I love, my children, my extended family, the people at Grace, the church itself, in my respect, that I have responsibility to. These things are in your hands, God. I lift up my soul to you, the troubles I'm feeling, and I'm turning it over to you. I trust you. And he says, "Let me not be put to shame. Let my enemies not exult over me." So he's acknowledging there's some fear. This could go really wrong, or I could be put to shame. So there's some risk, there's fear involved, and anxiety is a fear-based feeling that you're fearing whatever it is that's giving you trouble. And I acknowledge that. And we turn those fears over to the Lord. God, in you I trust. Let me not be put to shame. Let my trust not be ill-founded. And so we recognize that there's some legit fear involved in anxiety. Indeed, and I love how the psalmist answers his own statement, "Let me not be put to shame." He says, "Indeed, none who wait for you will be put to shame." So there's his confidence once again. I'm lifting my soul up to you. In you I trust. I recognize there's some factors here that's causing fear and that could cause some shame by my putting my trust in you. But hey, I recognize that no one who puts their trust in you, no one who waits on you will ever be put to shame, because you are a trustworthy God. So he keeps moving on. "Indeed, make me know your ways, O Lord." I meditated on that phrase for a while this morning. And my initial thought with the term make me know your ways, you think, is that something that's happening against my will? You're making me do it? In some cases, I would yield myself to God. I mean, my will wants to go a different direction. I need you to adjust my will. But I don't think that's what the psalmist is saying. The idea of making is a creative act, that you're creating a way. Help me, enable me to know your way, O Lord. All of your ways, I want to know them. And the word know there is a very intimate, relational knowledge, not just acknowledging, mentally or academically that God is able to do something, or that his paths are, I can theologically define them, although those are good things, but that's not the heart of what the psalmist is saying. I don't think that's the heart of how we can lift up our soul to God and deal with troubles that are in us. But to say, God, enable me, create a way that I can just know intimately your ways. Because when I'm on your paths and I'm in your ways, then I will, my footing will be sure. I will feel secure. And he says the same thing in a different way. O Lord, teach me your paths. So make me know your ways. O Lord, teach me your paths. I'm learning. You're creating not only the ability in me to know your ways, but you are teaching me your ways. I'm just this learning, growing process. Lead me in your truth and teach me. For you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all day long. We're going to stop there, and I'll just make one final comment about the word salvation here. This, in the context, I don't believe the psalmist is talking about our eternal destination, my eternal salvation. I think he's speaking very, very clearly about a very real, temporal issue he's dealing with, and he needs God to rescue. I need you to come to my aid. I need your salvation. So to you I look for my salvation. You are my salvation, O Lord. You are the one who's going to rescue me from these feelings of anxiety. You are the ones who, this person who I'm thinking of, who our relationship perhaps isn't what it ought to be, or this situation, or this bill, or this repair on my car, or whatever it is that is causing me trouble. It's very temporal. It's very real. God, I trust you. I lift up my soul to you, and you are the one who is going to ultimately help me to understand your ways, teach me, and you are my salvation. You are the one who, once this thing runs its course, you are in whom I'm going to trust, and you're going to bring about a deliverance for me. And as long as it takes. He said, he ends this section with, I'll wait for you all day long. And talk about trust. I'm not going anywhere, God. I'm going to trust you. And I'm going to wait for you all the day long. I'm not going to short circuit your process by becoming impatient and creating some other path to get a quick fix, to rescue myself from the feelings I have. I'll let you do this. I'm going to trust you, and I'm going to wait on you all day long, because no one who waits on the Lord will be put to shame. So there's a lot more to this psalm. It's a great, wonderful psalm, and we could just keep reading. But those are the words in the time frame that we had this morning that I think were really helpful, that were so helpful for me this morning, just to be in the presence of God, speak these words to him, to myself, to my own soul, over and over, and expand on them in my mind, so that this anxious feeling in me could abate, and I feel the presence of God, the comfort of God, the trust, my ability to trust in God is increased. So if you're facing something today, or keep these words in mind, because who knows what's going to happen later in the day, that God is ever present. We can always lift our soul to him. And when we meditate on him, just maybe pull away in your middle of your day, maybe just pull away for 10 minutes to meditate on these words. I guarantee God is faithful, and he will bring you comfort to your soul. I pray that you have a good weekend. We'll see you again on Monday, if not on Sunday morning. Remember, we have a live stream. If you're not in the area, you're watching this from a distance, we do offer our Sunday morning services on live stream. So through our website, through our Facebook page, and through our YouTube channel. So you can look for us there. We'll see you Sunday or right back here Monday morning. God bless.